Hi, welcome to the Balancing Point. I want to personally thank you for stopping by and visiting with us. My name is John Nieters. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Oriental medicine, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background and my purpose and my bias. I think it's always good to know where your speakers are coming from, what their opinions and attitudes are based on. So I'm going to give you a little information that you can use. My purpose is really simple. My purpose is to end suffering. That was the case when I was born or reborn, and that was reawakened in 1986 when I had a major transformational experience and was reminded very strongly that my purpose is to end suffering. I was asking the question, holding the contemplative question, what is no distance, when that occurred. So everything about my work, about my patients, about the people that I bring in to educate and teach is all for the purpose of ending suffering. I want to thank you again personally for coming here, because without you here, I can't do that. So a little bit, I think that education is power, and it can help to bring a sense of freedom if it's utilized properly. And so I do free public speaking, radio, or videos on a weekly basis to assist toward that end. My education, I started my practice in internal martial arts, Qigong, and herbal medicine a little over 45 years ago. I had several teachers, and then I found my great teacher, Master Peter Ralston. Ralston founded the Chengshin School of Internal Martial Arts and Ontological Study, which Chengshin roughly translates as the way of the true heart, the path of the true heart, and so that is the medicine and my practice. So while studying with Master Ralston, who had been the world martial arts champion in 1978, I studied, and by the way was the first Caucasian to ever do that, I studied internal martial arts, I studied Qigong, I did a lot of thousands of hours of contemplative practice, and my role with Master Ralston, so he would have students that wanted to be elevated and learn to teach and train, and so they were trained by apprentice trainers, and my job was to train the trainers of the trainers. And so I did that for many years with Peter. I left in 1992 with a complete teaching certificate to teach all of the arts of Chengshin, to do contemplative work, and I've carried that work forward in my life ever since. I then went back to school to get my master's degree in traditional Chinese medicine, which is typically a 4-year degree. I then did a 2-year PhD program that was involved in studying the Chinese classics, because all of this medicine, 100% of traditional Chinese medicine, is rooted in the classics. Then I did a 2-ish year Doctor of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine program, where I graduated with an emphasis in gynecological endocrinology. During that time, I studied in China. I was certified in gynecology at Zhejiang Hospital, and I was certified in advanced diabetes care at Xinhua Hospital, and my PhD work was primarily in breast health. In my practice now, and I was very fortunate with my doctoral program. I had Western doctors from Stanford and some of the greatest doctors in China as certified by the Chinese medical commissions. I was able to study with just through the grace of God. I really had very little to do with that. I was just in the right place in the right time. Now that I'm in practice, we have a multidisciplinary practice. We have specialists, typically 5 acupuncturists. My wife does sports medicine. She teaches around the country. She is the acupuncturist for several sports teams, St. Mary's rugby team, San Francisco 49ers football team, and travels around the country and actually around the world to international rugby competitions. My practice is internal medicine and advanced gynecology. I've been blessed to have patients come to see me with very severe conditions from all over the world and from the United States, which has allowed me to learn a great deal. And after seeing 50,000 patients, or patient visits, it's more and more imperative to me that I share my clinical experience. There are a lot of people doing great seminars on a lot of topics with much more depth than I will get into. what I hope to bring is a very communicated version of traditional Chinese medicine, or easily communicated version of Chinese medicine, and use my case study background to help assist you as a signpost to maybe guide you in a direction for your own healing or for the healing of those around you. So that's why I'm here. Teaching, I've taught in master's degree programs for over 20 years. I'm currently teaching in doctoral programs at several universities, and I'm faculty at the University of East-West Medicine in Sunnyvale. I was the president of the third oldest acupuncture college in the United States for several years, and it's my goal to bring all of those experiences into your life to act as a signpost and a guide to help you, again, to achieve health, happiness, and freedom. So all of the information on this site will be free, and it will always be free, and hopefully it helps you with your personal freedom. And it's my goal that you be well and that you be happy. Thank you for listening.